Time for my last video of the year, but before I get to that, I want to give one final shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. That's right, Squarespace, a leader in the web design industry for over 20 years. Whether you want to show off your interests, start a side hustle, or finally dive headfirst into that new business, Squarespace makes web design easy. Using their AI-powered website builder, you can make your own fully functional professional site. Just answer some simple questions about your personality and industry, and Design Intelligence will handle the rest, creating a completely customized site loaded with all the features you need. And if you change your mind and want to make some changes, Squarespace's Fluid Engine allows you to easily drag and drop elements, all without doing any coding. Plus, if you're trying to sell some products, whether they're handmade or digital, Squarespace has e-commerce tools built right in, as well as an intuitive inventory management system. So if you're somebody who wants to join the thousands of other people who've used Squarespace to make their dreams a reality, just go to squarespace.com/BrandonTenold or click the link in the description and sign up for your free trial. Then, when you're confident your site's ready for launch, use the promo code BrandonTenold for 10% off your first purchase. Alright, let's get into it. A while ago I reviewed the movie Carnosaur 2, which was an Aliens ripoff masquerading as a Jurassic Park ripoff. So now I'm gonna do another Aliens ripoff that's pretending to be a Terminator ripoff. Jeez, why can't Aliens ripoffs just be comfortable with who they really are? Shocking Dark is a 1989 sci-fi movie from infamous Italian schlockmeister Bruno Mattei, aka Vincent Dawn, who also made the Rambo knockoff Strike Commando, the Predator knockoff Robo War, and the Jaws knockoff Cruel Jaws, just to name a few. Long story short, if there was a hit movie in Hollywood, Mattei knew how to make a low-budget Italian cash-in of it. But while this movie is mainly a ripoff of Aliens, in some territories it was released as Terminator 2. In fact, that's what the movie's called on IMDb. Adding even further to the confusion, another alternate title is Alienators, which makes it seem like a fake sequel to Alienator. The movie was also written by Claudio Fragasso, who bad movie fans will know as the director of Troll 2.
Oh my God!
Hey, if you're gonna make a fake sequel, you might as well hire a guy responsible for one of the most infamous fake sequels ever. So let's dive into Shocking Dark. Or Terminator 2, or whatever. So we begin the way any sci-fi action movie should, with a travelogue of Venice.
Venice, before the year 2000. Squares, museums, and churches. Tourists crowd the streets.
Okay, that's a new one. Who says an Aliens ripoff has to be in space? You know, after the first Alien movie, there was an Italian fake sequel called Alien 2 on Earth. So instead of Terminator 2, they missed a golden opportunity to call this one Aliens 2 in Venice. So the story is that sometime in the future, Venice is contaminated by killer seaweed or something, and as a result, it's now a deserted wasteland populated only by a few soldiers and cleanup workers. On the plus side, though, they don't have to deal with as many annoying tourists now. But there's another problem. In the room full of dials and monitors that's in every low-budget Italian exploitation movie, they learn that something is killing the people working in the underground tunnels near Venice.
Hurry! They're coming! They're coming!
What the hell's going on here?
Well, somebody in Italy saw Aliens and thought they could make their own version, obviously. One thing I do know for sure, the blinky lights on the wall indicate there's trouble. And I think there might be some low-budget xenomorphs in these tunnels.
Who's there?
Oh, thank God, it's just a fake-out scare. Nope, no, wait, never mind, it's a real one. Looks like they're gonna have to mount a rescue mission, which they plan in this budget hotel meeting room. By the way, the Ripley stand-in for this movie is less Sigourney Weaver and more Molly Ringwald.
Let's not forget about Raffleson's diary. That's what interests us the most.
And just who are you?
Samuel Fuller from the Tubular Corporation.
Sam Peckinpah from the Cowabunga Company couldn't make it. This guy obviously represents the movie's version of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, who apparently made the tunnels connecting this place with Venice.
The project was supposed to purify the city's polluted waters. As things stand, it appears that all of your millions have only gone to worsen the situation.
Well, duh. He obviously works for an evil corporation. I mean, couldn't you tell by the way he's dressed like a Nazi Little League coach? Okay, looks like we've got our Ripley and our Burke stand-ins, so now all we need are some Space Marines. Of course, they're not called that.
All members of the Megaforce will proceed to Assembly Point H.
Yeah, but they didn't have the Marines from the Megaforce.
Megaforce. Alright, we've already got aliens and Terminators, so screw it. Throw Megaforce in there too. Who says exploitation filmmakers can only rip off movies that were successful? I mean, how awesome would it be if there were low-budget Italian sequels to Buckaroo Banzai and Big Trouble in Little China?
All right, you bunch of pussies, I'm back and I'm kicking ass.
Or failing that, a simple slap will do. This team is so badass they've even got a low-budget version of Fabio in there. The Megaforce specializes in two things: kicking ass and weird xenophobia.
If I would have known wops were coming along, I would have brought my anti-grease spray.
Yeah, you're in Venice. There's gonna be Italians around. Okay, now that they've assembled the world's most elite laser tag team, time to enter the tunnels and find out just what the hell is going on. Oh shit, the aliens in this movie have guns! Oh wait, never mind, it's actually this guy.
My boyfriend should be right behind you. Yeah, let's get out the KY so we can shaft him real good.
You said it, bro. It's not gay if you're on the outside of a man-witch. I'm totally straight, bro. They managed to capture this guy, although I kinda wish they didn't.
So you caught me. Big deal. If you enter the city, you're gonna die. They know you're coming. And they're waiting for you!
Yeah, they ought to charge this guy with first-degree overacting. He even manages to overact a scream. He manages to get away. Not that it really matters, though, because after this scene, we never see him again for the rest of the movie. Naturally, it wouldn't be a proper Aliens ripoff without some cocoon colonists. And if you want to know just how similar this is to Aliens...
Kill me. Please kill me. Please. Kill me.
There is one important difference, though. Instead of a chest burster, we just get Swamp Thing's hand coming out of this guy. Although now that we finally get a better look at the monsters, they look more like humanoids from the Deep rejects. Seriously, though, there are a ton of scenes here that seem like they're directly taken from Aliens.
There's something moving toward us! Oh my god! There are lots of them!
Multiple signals! They're closing!
What the fuck did you think this was?
Well, a Terminator ripoff according to the poster. Okay, we got our monsters, we got our Space Marine stand-ins, but wait a second. We're almost half an hour in and we still don't have a Newt analog yet.
Hold your fire! Kowalski, Francini, go get her!
Hey, there she is. Alright, now that they found her, what's her name?
Samantha.
Oh, what? You're not gonna give her a cute nickname like Iguana or something? So are we gonna get an explanation for what the hell is going on here?
No,
Looks like they were trying to do some kind of research on genetic mutation.
Yeah, but where are they? I mean, the people who worked here.
Yeah, good question, G.I. Giuseppe. Do you think maybe it has something to do with those killer monsters walking around? You know, considering they've already seen the monsters, the Megaforce guys seem pretty nonchalant about things.
I wonder what we're supposed to be looking for. There aren't even any bugs left alive in here.
This isn't just another bug hunt. I don't know where they are, but it feels like they're about to run into Reb Brown filming Space Mutiny. A lot of movies kill time by showing people endlessly walking from place to place. This one does it by showing the characters slowly creeping around a bunch of steamy pipes. Oh, and I guess the monsters also kill things too. I'm not sure what year this is supposed to take place, but it's futuristic enough to have this incredibly high-tech laptop. It can play Minesweeper and Solitaire. We finally get a bit of info on what the hell the monsters are, as well as a reason why this got called Terminator 2 in some places.
A masterpiece of genetic engineering. Cybernetics applied to molecular biology.
Oh, okay, so the monsters are some type of cybernetic organism. So it turns out the monsters are the result of an agent that can alter DNA, which can be breathed in, and might be related to the seaweed from the beginning? I don't know, it's not really that important. They could have just said these things were aliens and I would have been fine with it. Oh, and of course the evil corporation is responsible for all this.
We can't get to the bottom of this here. We have to get to the tubular plant.
It's 3 levels below the radical reservoir, now let's get moving. And did somebody say aliens ripoff?
They've cut the lights.
What do you mean they cut the lights?
They cut the power.
What do you mean they cut the power?
Oh, was that not enough? We'll try this one on for size.
7 yards! 6!
But that's impossible, they'd already be here!
The reading is correct, look!
6.
Can't be, that's inside the room.
It's reading right, man, look!
I'm a little surprised they're ripping off scenes from towards the end of Aliens, considering we're not even halfway through. They do end up getting attacked, but instead of xenomorphs, it's just a bunch of weird seaweed monsters. Also, earlier I compared these things to Swamp Thing, but now that I get a better look, they're actually closer to Man Thing. And this movie's Ripley isn't as resourceful as the real one.
Wrong button! Push the other one! Get out of here, quick!
Hey, so you know how in Aliens, Ripley was a female action hero that's still used as a benchmark today? Great, because the one in this movie needs to be told how buttons work.
I'm going up and you're coming with me. And that's an order!
I don't have to take orders from you. My only concern is protecting the interests of the Tubular Corporation.
You know, I'm beginning to think this guy might be evil. And he also might be trying to rip off another James Cameron movie, too. Never mind that, though. We gotta get back to copying scenes from Aliens.
Mommy always said the monsters don't exist. But it's not true.
My mommy always said there were no monsters. No real ones, but there are.
Okay, movie, there is such a thing as making it too easy for me. Alright, Carnosaur 2 was pretty shameless with how it ripped off Aliens, but even it was a lot less blatant than this movie is. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they just straight up used soundtracks from other movies like in a Turkish ripoff. Okay, that doesn't happen. Okay, I see they've made it to the rec center locker room part of the facility. Maybe the answer they're looking for can be found somewhere between the squash court and the Jamba Juice.
We have to go to the control center.
Or sure, I guess you could just go there. I don't know why they even need to go to this place. It's pretty obvious the Tubular Corporation is behind all the bad shit that's happened so far. In fact, they even made a convenient infomercial video explaining their plan.
75 milligrams of NOR and 80 milligrams of KSC will be infused into the purifying filters spanning the tubes. These substances will further pollute the water, already devoid of oxygen, and will definitely make Venice a dead city.
Okay, usually evil corporations are a little more discreet with their schemes, but guess it was nice of them to be so upfront with it. They may be an evil corporation, but at least they're an honest evil corporation. In another shocking revelation, I think the Tubular Corporation is also Skynet.
You're a replicant.
No. We're ripping off the Terminator, not Blade Runner, alright? Okay, movie's getting a little more Terminator-y now. I don't know if it's actually enough to call this movie Terminator 2, but at least they put a little bit in there. And what exactly is the Tubular Corporation's evil plan now?
In just a little while, this whole place will be blown sky high, and so long aqueduct.
But if you blow the aqueduct, the mutation will be assimilated into the entire ecosystem on a planetary level. The whole world will be polluted.
That's not my problem.
I'm sorry, how exactly is turning everyone on Earth into seaweed monsters going to increase your profit margins? I mean, I know you're an evil corporation, but this just seems like a bad business move. There's still 25 minutes left, so I'm wondering how they're gonna fill the time, considering I don't think this had the budget for either a power loader or a queen monster. Oh, it's by having the Fakeinator chase her around. Well, there doesn't seem to be a hydraulic press in this place, so I guess you'll have to kill him another way. Hasta la vista, baby. But you know, in Italian. Oh, hang on. For a second there, I forgot I was watching an Aliens ripoff. Thanks for reminding me, movie. Oh, great. Not only is Samantha about to be monster food, but it turns out this fucker isn't dead yet. How the hell is she gonna get rid of him? Ah, foam! My one weakness! Well, hopefully that killed him. I mean, we saw his head fly off. Okay, so she manages to rescue Samantha from being cocooned in some Spirit Halloween cobweb decorations, but the countdown is still going and they still haven't found a way to stop it.
We're gonna die. We're both gonna die.
No, probably not. I mean, there's still 10 minutes left. And if you were wondering just how they get out of this situation, get a load of this.
Hello, welcome aboard the Tubular Time Pod. Today we will be traveling to the past.
Sure. Oh, did we not mention that time travel exists in this universe until now? Well, turns out it does, because, you know, Terminator 2 and all that. And as long as I'm talking about time travel, where they're going they won't need roads. You know, because it's Venice and they have canals and not roads. Okay, now that they're in Venice before it got abandoned, maybe they can take a gondola ride. But oh no, the Tubulinator followed them back there. Somehow.
There were 2 time pods back at the plant, and I took the other one.
Did we also not mention that before? Well, now we did. Now I must continue my mission to eliminate Italian Sarah Connor. Let's see, what other movies were popular in the 80s? Oh, the Tubular Corporation is also looking for the Ark of the Covenant, and is planning on building a highway through Toontown. Oh, and you want to know how she finally gets rid of this guy for good?
Now that's where you're wrong, for...
Again, sure. At this point, I don't really give a shit. So now that you're back in the past, it's time to warn people to protect the environment, or whatever. Also be sure to invest in Bitcoin early. Okay, by now you know this is just a low-rent Aliens knockoff, so a lot of your enjoyment here is going to depend on your tolerance for that sort of thing. In the movie's favor, though, it does end up copying more than just Aliens. I actually kind of admire that instead of just ripping off one movie, it incorporates elements from other ones in there too. I wish more low-budget exploitation flicks did this. I mean, how great would it be if you were watching a Jaws ripoff and then all of a sudden Gremlins showed up at the end? In my hierarchy of Aliens knockoffs, this one is still below Carnosaur 2, mainly because there's more than a few slow spots. And let's face it, seaweed monsters just aren't as fun as dinosaurs killing people. But I will say this, it does kind of make me wish there was a Carnosaur sequel that also ripped off the Terminator. Well, that's my last video of 2025, so thank you all so much, and I'll see you next year. Until next time.
What is it you greaseballs eat that makes your shit smell like this?
Cut it out, Coster.